Did you want to say something? You're muted.
I just wanted to volunteer to sing this one because I like it so much.
You got it. You got it. But I also took your alarm to remind myself that we weren't streaming. So, which is good because I never officially welcomed everyone. Now, welcome everyone to Sim Shalom Online Synagogue. We're now 3 times more online than we were a minute ago because the rabbi decided to share the stream. So, welcome everyone on Facebook, on YouTube, and of course here on Zoom. I'm Rabbi Elias Wang. I'm joined by Rabbi Sherry Joy Berman, who is in Japan, and all of the Sim Shalom community. And now we've already started the service. We've done a couple different prayers. Next, we're gonna do the Ahavat Olam, and I'm inviting Dana to sing it in Hebrew.
Hava olam ben Israel Amcha ahavata ahavata Torah ומצוות חוקים ושפטים אותנו לימד אתה על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשובנו מקרבנו אהב העולם נעשייה בהותיה ונשמע בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד יהיה מרקנו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגרף יומם ולילה ואהבתך אל תציר ממנו לעולמי.
I'm so happy that you insisted on that because that was a beautifully sung version. Thank you, Dana in New Jersey. Now I would like to invite Ellen Friedman. Would you read the Jules Harlow translation for us?
Sure. Your love has embraced us always in wilderness and promised land, in good times and in bad. Night and day, your Torah sustains us, receiving the spirit, delighting the heart, informing the soul, opening the eyes, granting us a glimpse of eternity. Because of your love, we shall embrace Torah, night and day, in devotion and delight. Beloved are you, Adonai, whose Torah reflects your love.
Amen.
Amen.
I'm going into Facebook at the moment to see if I can say hello to those and just double check that it's streaming here. Yay, we are streaming. Okay, gotta make sure that this is muted. And now we're gonna say hello to everyone on Facebook. Okay, got that going. No comments yet, but we have 3 people watching. Shalom to the 3 people on Facebook. Okay, now we're gonna continue. There we go. Here we go. A little English reading before the Amo Yisrael. Please read responsively with me in the English right here on the right. In the stories of our past,
You are revealed.
in the laws you gave at Mount Sinai,
You are revealed.
in the questions that we ask and in the answers that we might find,
You are revealed.
in the light that burns off fog and in the darkness that swallows grief.
You are revealed.
In my questing, doubts, and fear, and in my joy of dreams come true.
You are revealed.
In all the blessings that surround us, those seen and unseen.
You are revealed.
Blessed are you for opening our senses to all your revelations, you who live in the glow of the heart, in the pain and the joy of life. When we choose life and blessing, you live in the still, small voice of conscience. You live in our unending search for truth, and you live in our breath when we unite and call you one. And in the name of unity, we can all unmute together if you like and say together, Baruch Adonai Ohev Amo Israel. Ellen Friedman, what's that in English?
Blessed are you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel.
Amen.
Amen.
That's one of my favorite ones. And now it is time for the Shema. I wanted to know if there's any retired mathematics professors here who would like to do the Shema. Yeah?
Israel, Noi, Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Kavod, Malakuso, Le'olam Voed.
Amen.
Amen.
Rabbi Sherry, would you like to do the V'ahavta?
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך, ובישעריך.
I just realized I cut off. I didn't put up Leman Tizkeru V'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim le'Elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiot lechem le'Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem. Ellen in New York, the last three letters, the last three words.
Adonai Elohechem Emet.
Amen. Absolutely truth. Now it's time for the Mi Chamocha. Mi Chamocha Ba'elim Adonai. Mi Chamocha Nedar Ba'kodesh. Nora Tehilot Osei Fele. Who is like you, Adonai, among the mighty? Who is like you, glorious in holiness, revered in praises, and doing wonders? I'm not aware of anyone else, so it must be you. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ufchosh aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufchosh aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Lay us down, Adonai, our God, in peace, and let us rise up, our King, to life. Spread over us our protection of your peace, and give us good counsel before you, and save us for the sake of your name. Chatzi Kaddish time. Anyone feeling particularly Aramaic today? Anyone want to do some old stuff? Looking at yeah, Rabbi Sherry.
יתקדש ויקדש שמי רבה, ביום תפרח יותי וימליך מלכותי, וחי אחונו ויום אחונו, וחיי דקור בית ישראל, בגלה וזמן קריב וימלאו, אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם עולם בעלמיה יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומן ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמא וימלאו, אמן.
Amen. Thank you, Rabbi. Boker Tov to you. And now it's time to do the Amidah, the standing prayer. Welcome to Sharon. I saw you come in. Nice to see you. Let the strength of this community and the strength of our ancestors give us the strength to search for our path back to the Blessed One. Adonai Sephatai Tiftach Ufi.
Sound just
Adonai Eloheinu Velohei Avotenu V'imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Velohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Velohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim וקונה הכל, וזוכר השתי אבות ואמהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיח ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה כל אתה, רב להושיע. מוריד הטל. מחכל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומדומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה. ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל or המתים. Silent prayer to finish the Amidah. And now, I didn't mean to surprise you, Rabbi. Do you want to do a little bit of a Torah reading or? Sure? Yes. Okay, everybody, here we go with our gigantic digital virtual ark. You're going to hear the doors creaking open, and we feel all of this ancientness, all of this glittery, amazing stuff that we've been reading about for so long, washing over all of us. And we feel that eternity in these little words here on this scroll. And it makes us feel united as one. Vayhi ben so Aaron, vayomer Moshe, Kuma Adonai, v'yafutzu eivecha, v'yanusu mipanecha, ki mitzion tetzei Torah, ki mitzion tetzei Torah, udevar Adonai meyerushalayim. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Baruch Shenatan Torah, Le'amo Yisrael, B'hikdushato. Okay, now I need a Torah holder. Who's feeling athletic? Let me look. Not Marvin. Marvin, are you awake? Yes, okay, good. All right. Toby, can you hold the Torah for us? Okay, thank you. And now I need a Shema. I need another Shema. Who's going to do the Shema? Rudolph, in the middle of the night in Germany, do you feel brave? You want to do the Shema?
Ma Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo, Gadlul Adonai iti, Umeromama Shemo Yachdav. And now here is where we run around the synagogue. I'm asking, thank you, Toby, for holding it so delicately. Now you can bring it down to yourself and hold it, rest it on your shoulder if you want, and you can walk around the synagogue and let every person who you come near feel a little bit of a connection with it. Okay? Torah, ora, 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 Torah tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Torah tziva lanu Moshe. Torah tziva lanu Moshe, Torah tziva lanu Moshe, Torah tziva lanu Moshe, Torah tziva lanu Moshe. Okay, Toby, you did a great job. You can put it down on the bima. Everyone give Toby a big warm hug for being such a great Torah holder. Thank you, Toby. And now I can share the screen, yeah? Okay, here we go. We have the aliyot. Who wants an aliyah today? Who's feeling like they want to get up on the bima and say hello? Sharon, that was the first hand I saw. It's all yours.
Oh, you're muted. 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 Oh, you're muted.
Oh yeah, Sharon, I think you're still muted, Sharon. There you go.
Baruch atah Adonai.
Baruch
Wait.
hu et
Baruch
Adonai.
Adonai Hambarach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Leolam Va'ed. Back to you, Sharon.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amin v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Everyone give Sharon a big hug. Coming all the way here to Zoom and doing raising your hand so quick for an aliyah. That's very warms my heart. So please stick around. And now I invite to the bima again, all the way from Japan, Rabbi Sherry Joy Berman. Would you like to read from the Torah, please?
I will attempt. Amen. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe, Emor el HaKohanim b'nei Aharon, v'yamarta alehem lenefesh lo yitama be'amav, ki im l'shero hakol velav lemo ula'aviv velo v'nei ulveto ula'chiv v'la'achto habtola hakona elav asher lo hayata laish la itama.
Amen. You like how I got the translation? I got it up just as she was ending because I had the wrong verse up there, but I found it on Safaria real quick. And now I invite back for the aliyah. Where's my other one? Here we go. All right, Sharon, you ready?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah amet v'hayei olam nata b'tochainu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. We did a Torah service, everybody, on a Wednesday evening. Wow, that's pretty special. Speaking of special, let's all talk about what we're grateful for. I'm most grateful right now for this wonderful community, this community where I get to work and I get to share how much I feel connected to the planet and to each other. And we bring each other together every time one of us comes here and shows up. And you can feel it. You can feel it in the digital air. You can feel it in the pixels. So we are expressing gratitude for everything in our life right now. I want to take a moment before we do the official Modim Anachnu Lach. This is, of course, all taken from the Siddur Rabbi Deborah McKenzie. And this whole point of stopping the service in the middle to talk about gratitude is really something I learned from her. So does anyone have anything they're particularly grateful for that they want to talk about right? Yes, Toby.
On the 15th of this month, in 2 weeks, I go before the Bet Din to convert.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov, mazel tov.
That's a huge
Tov.
thing. Wow, I'm getting like verklempt. This is like a big deal. I remember in
Mazel
January
tov.
when I wanted you to do the Shema and you looked at me like with big eyes. And then in March when you did the Shema, and here we are in May and it's wonderful to see.
And I'm learning Hebrew as well
Wow.
with Rabbi Karen.
Knowledge is power. Education is power. And it's a wonderful thing to see someone educating themselves and bringing themselves closer to their spiritual meaning that they found in life.
Definitely.
It's a really wonderful thing. Congratulations, Toby.
Thank you.
Dana, I see you're unmuted. You're unmuted, but I can't hear you. Oh, there you are.
I do the Hebrew lessons too, and Rabbi Karen, she's wonderful, and I've been learning so much. It's so wonderful, And then in September, I want to apply to the rabbi school.
Wow.
So I'm
That's
learning.
tough.
What do you think? Should I do that?
Of course. Of course. There's no what do I think? There's what do you think? That's the whole point. I
Yeah,
think that's
I
a
want to
wonderful. I'm
study
really
that
happy to
as well.
hear you're so passionate and you're continuing your learning. It's a wonderful thing. I loved rabbi school. I know you will too. And then also, how many of us? I know I'm grateful for Rabbi Karen. So if you're watching this, Rabbi Karen, we're very grateful for you. Marvin Gruber, would you like to talk?
No, what do you want me to say?
I'm grateful for you, Marvin. That's all I wanted to say.
I am.
Let me see. Anyone else? Sue Bowers, I see you're unmuted.
Well, there's a little song that I learned, well, that we sing in my brick and mortar. It's just real simple. You probably have heard it if you've been. Torah is for everyone, for grown-ups and for tots. It doesn't matter if you're older, if you are a tot. Oh, Torah is for everyone, for grown-ups and for tots.
That's cute.
It's a great song because it's true. It's actually very deep because it
Yeah.
reminds us, we're all B'nai Israel. We're all children of
That's
Israel.
right.
Oh my gosh, is that Aurelia?
Yeah, look at there.
Shalom, Aurelia. Oh my God. Reba has her grandbaby on the camera right now. And Reba says, I'm grateful for this sunny day. Yes, I'm grateful to see Aurelia walking and exploring her life. This is a wonderful thing.
Very cute.
And it's perfect for what you said, Sue Bowers. It doesn't matter if you're Aurelia's age or 105. Torah is for everyone. Al Clemens, would you like to talk about your gratitude?
Sure. Grateful for all of the sunshine today. Made for a very enjoyable day. I'm also grateful for Sim Shalom and our congregation is one of the most welcoming communities I've ever been involved with compared to brick and mortar. So thank you, everybody.
Well, you're a wonderful part of this community. Thank you for being here. What I love is that, we have very, very serious daveners who also happen to be driving trucks at 70 miles an hour at the same time. It's very 2023. I love that. Ellen Friedman.
Yeah, I'd like to express gratitude that my work situation has improved tremendously and that all of the healing prayers that people have given me for that have helped a lot. I want to thank Sim Shalom for being so loving and supportive because you know how hard it is when you're having problems at work. So I'm grateful for that.
Grateful for that too. I'm grateful that your work situation has resolved, that your health is on the mend. It's really nice to see all of these good blessings in your life, Ellen. Rabbi Sherry.
Yes, this is Golden Week in Japan, so we have days off, and I spent yesterday with people from four or five different countries, and we exchanged a lot of really interesting ideas. And I ended up that last night about 20 minutes from here at a hot springs, and had a nice unexpected bath. And this place is really amazing. It's kind of made of iron, and it's been carved out, and the natural water and the sulfur is coming through, and really hot, but it was very relaxing and unexpected. So I was very grateful.
Sometimes Adonai's warmth comes in very literal forms. And thank you for reminding us of that, Rabbi. That's one of the things I remember when I was in AP Bio in high school. We saw the videos of the Japanese macaques, and I always wanted to go there ever since I saw that video. They just hang out in the hot spring all day. Amazing. Sharon, hi.
Hi. So I'm very thankful for my family and my Sim Shalom family and for your service as usual. And like I second what Al said, this is such a warm community and it's great to have this. And I'm also thankful for my job, like Ellen I started a new job and it was taking a while. But today I have this 13-year-old boy who comes in, and it's more like pulling teeth, like for him to say anything. And I'm working on having him like ask questions as well as answer. And he actually asked me like 3 questions today, and he like was smiling. So that's made
My
me thankful.
God. I
Yeah.
know that's major mazel tov,
Mhm.
Sharon, because I
Thank-
know what it's like to work with that age group. So major mazel tov.
Thank you. Thank you.
We have a lot of very powerful teachers and healers in our community, including you, Sharon. That's a big deal. You know, teaching, giving that kind of spiritual attention to someone so young has profound effects on their life. I don't need to tell you this, but I want to tell the whole world what Sharon's doing is tikkun olam, and it's a beautiful thing to watch. And thank you for sharing that with us. I'm very grateful for you sharing that with us. I also wanted to say to Rocio and Barbara Kirsch and Andy on the on the Facebook, shalom to all of you. Barbara Kirsch says, Rabbi Karen is a great teacher. Andy says, Mazel Tov, Toby. So you're getting Mazel Tovs. And, okay. If you want, Facebookers, if you want to write in the chat what you're grateful for, I'm happy to read those. And let me see, did I miss anyone over here on the Zoom? I can't get, oh yeah, Ellen in New York. Thank you for raising your hand.
I'm grateful, very grateful for this day and all who are in it.
And grateful for your abundant generosity of spirit as always, Ellen, always. If there are no more, wait, there's people in the chat I might not have read. Let me see. Reba's grateful for the sunny day. Let me go back to the Facebook, learning how to do this quickly. Okay. Oh, Andy says she wrote her gratitude above. Let's see that. Oh, wow. Seeing less inflammation as I heal from lymphedema. Grateful for that. Wonderful. Big hugs to Andy. Wow. You know, when you see inflammation going down and you start to feel more like yourself, you're reminded that overcoming these things is part of what makes us human, and sharing your struggles, you know, and not keeping it to yourself is very, very important for healing. So thank you for doing that, Andy. Thank you for directing me to look above for your gratitude. I really appreciate that too. And okay, now I'll put that down there. I want to say also I'm very grateful for you, Mark and Barbara in Bucks County, because it hasn't left me how huge what an impact your sister has had on us as a Jewish people. And the fact that you want to come here to say the Mourner's Kaddish for her and to talk about her makes me feel very good. It makes me, even though I never got to meet her, her life has become part of mine. And anyway, I'm very grateful that you chose to come here for that. Okay, now, anyone else before we move on? Let me look over here on the Zoom again. Andy says, hugging you all back. I'm able to walk without my nurse a bit more. Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem indeed. Wow, that's really great stuff. And Reba says, Aurelia is playing outside. She's a little scientist. Absolutely. She always has that very incredulous look. When you were talking about Torah, I always thought she might have been on the science side. She might have been, where's the proof for this? How did you deduce? So we need her to be a scientist if that's what she needs to be. We need that. So we're going to go back to the Torah, back to the service. And the service says, Modim anachnu lach she'atahu Adonai Eloheinu Elohei avotenu leolam va'ed. We proclaim that you are Adonai, our God and God of our ancestors throughout all of time. Continue. It says, Ve'al kulam yibarach v'yitromam v'yitnaseh shmicha alkeinu tamid leolam va'ed. Baruch ata Adonai hatov shmicha ulacha ne'el lohodot. Praised are you, Adonai, the essence of goodness, to whom it is worthy to give praise. I love the way Rabbi Deborah sets up these slides with the English just all like hugging the transliteration. It makes it very inclusive. So that's why you'll notice that I literally just stole the slides because I love them so much. Thank you, Rabbi Deborah. Now, Adon Olam. This is one of my favorite prayers. I don't want to spoil the surprise. Rabbi Sherry, did you want to do this, or would you like me to do this?
I wouldn't mind doing a traditional one since you have all the words here, and I'll save
Sure.
the fun one for Friday night.
Let's do that.
Okay, so. Adon Olam Hashem Alach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Adon Olam Liet Nasa B'chef Sechol Hazai Mele Shemo Nikra Adon Olam V'acharei Kiklot HaKol Levado Yimlok Nora Adon Olam V'hu Haya V'hu Hove V'hu Yeh B'tifara Adon Olam Adon Olam Hashem Alach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Liet Nasa V'chef Sechol Hazai Mele Shemo Adon Olam V'hu Echad V'en Sheni L'hak Mishlim Lo Bia L'hak B'ra Adon Olam V'li Reish V'li Tachlit V'lo Ha'oz V'yam Yisra Adon Olam V'hu Eli V'chai Goali V'tzur Chivli B'yet Adon Olam V'hu Nisi Umanos li manat kosi biyam aika Adon Olam Hashem Alach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Liet Nasa V'chef Sachol Hazai Mele Shemo Nikra Adon Olam B'yado Afchid Ruchi B'yet Tishan V'ya Adon Olam V'imuchi Gviati Adonai li v'lo ira Adon Olam. That's a high note for this hour of the morning.
Yay! Wake up, Japan.
My friend's 6-year-old granddaughter does it really fantastic in Tokyo.
I loved that. It felt very much like a morning, I felt awake from you singing it that way. So thank you for that.
Very good.
Sephora, are you here? Are you able to do a reading for us? I know sometimes you're in public places. Sounds like Sephora might be in public. Anyway, if anyone wants to do this amazing translation that I found the other week, I would love for that.
I think we should hear it from Germany, isn't it? Wasn't it originally in German?
It was originally in German. Rudolph, would you like to read the translation of this? I should have the German. One of these days I'm going to bring the German for you, Rudolph. But
Well,
would you like to read the English?
yes, of course.
Thank you.
O God of all, you reigned supreme before creation's form was framed. When all was finished by your will, your name almighty was proclaimed. When this our world will be no more, in majesty you still will reign. Who was, who is, will always be, in endless glory you remain. Alone are you, beyond compare, without division or ally. Without beginning, time, or end, omnipotent you rule on high. You are my God, my Savior true, to whom I turn in sorrow's hour. My banner proud, my refuge sure, you hear and answer with your power. Then in your hand myself will lay, and pray to sleep and wake with cheer. My soul and body are your care. You are my God, I have no fear.
Big hugs for Rudolph in Germany. You have a really good reading voice. I mean, you have all these books behind you, I should have known, but you have a great, you have a very calm, soothing reading voice, you should know.
Thank you.
Now let's continue with the service. And, perfect timing for the Misha Beirach. We're going to send all of this healing energy that we're feeling in our hearts out to those who need it the most. Healing of body, healing of mind, healing of spirit, whatever the case may be. We want the internet at least to know that we're sending this energy out to all those who need it. So I'm going to stop the share and we're going to go around Zoom and then Facebook, and everyone's going to get a chance to say who they're sending their healing energy to. So who would like to go first here on Zoom? Dana.
Stand, Almighty prayers to Paul, Tom, and Granny Franny,
Thank you.
and everybody that suffered from violence.
Amen. Good list. Thank you, Dana. Ellen Friedman.
The Snyder Wagner family, Joy, Judith, and Breeze.
Sending healing energy to that whole family. Thank you, Ellen. Marvin, would you like to send heal? This is the Misha Berach. Do you have a list?
Going on, Nelson Respaldo.
Healing energy out to Marvin's loved ones. Thank you, Marvin. Sue Bowers.
Got Dorothy, Marlene, Bill, Jean, and David.
Thank you. Sending healing energy out to all of those people. Would anyone else like to unmute and say their names? Yes, Rabbi.
Takeuchi-san, Chaya Sarah Malka Bat Leah, Aliyah Bat Leah, Sarala Bat Sarah, Jennifer Mary Cooper, who is Rabbi Allison's daughter, and Joby Alvarez.
And thank you, Rabbi. Sharon Jaffe.
It's Douglas, Yoel, Kathy, Robin, Stephen, Daniel, Stephen, Georgette, Ellen Friedman, Granny Franny, Brady's dad, and all who need healing, any kind.
So full of love, you always are. Thank you, Sharon. Okay. Would anyone else like to say the names on Zoom? I'll know if you unmute. Yes,
I'll
Ellen
go.
in New York. I'm sorry.
Someone else?
Ellen, go first.
Okay, thank you. Today I woke up and put on the news and I heard about this 13-year-old who came to school with a gun and shot 8 children and a security guard. Then this afternoon in Atlanta, a 24-year-old accompanied his mother to a medical clinic and shot 4 people. 1 died, 3 in critical condition. Gun violence. I pray that everyone who is suffering for it, I hope it ends soon. And all those who are suffering physically, emotionally, and spiritually around the world. All those Sim Shalomers who are in need of refuah shlama. And Bill Ben Ann, Richard Ben Sylvia, Bill Ben B, Marlene Barchaya, Jenny Batwana, Barry Ben Betty, Clinton Ben Jeannie, Gil Ben Clara, Alexandra Bat Aurora, Esperanza Jose, Rivka Bat Sevilla, B Bat Eda. Thank you.
Thank you, Ellen. Sending healing energy out to all those who are victims of gun violence, as you said. And also, can you imagine if that 13-year-old had someone like Sharon Jaffe in their lives to give them a way to talk about whatever they're going through before they went so evil? It would be a wonderful thing if everyone felt as seen and heard as I'm sure that child did in your presence, Sharon. So I'm grateful for people like Sharon. I want to just reiterate how grateful I am for Sharon, for Ellen Friedman doing social work, everyone who's doing like the hard stuff with helping people turn their lives around. I really appreciate all of you. I also want Al Clemens.
Thank you. My wife Tracy, Ellen Friedman, Granny Franny, Brady's father, Ziona and her husband Tom, our friend Molly and her dog Sammy, Rabbi Galit, Toby, Sephora, my good friend Jeff Anderson, my other friend Jeff Gooderson, Rabbi Gerald Schuster, and myself. I'm having my 2nd knee injection tomorrow morning.
Yikes. Lots of refuah shlema to you, Al.
Yes.
Thank you.
And thank you for naming so many of our community on your list. I was thinking of the same. I'm especially thinking of Ziona and her husband since they're not here, and Brady's dad since Brady's not here. I also want to send healing energy out to the residents of Siderot, all of those who live in the communities that are currently running, with the Tseva Adom going off all the time. Specifically, my friend Yachel. I'm sending lots of healing energy to everyone who is living under that threat. Sephora sends her healing energy to all who suffer PTSD, her friend whose family member has glioblastoma, and also to Granny Franny. Toby says, all seem shalom, Granny Franny, Brady's dad, and everyone who is healing from mental, physical, and sexual abuse. Very important to say. Thank you, Toby. And then we're also going to look on Facebook now and see what's going down here. Wow, lots of good names here. We got Barbara Kirsch sends her healing energy to all victims and their families of the recent shootings. Thank you, Barbara. Andy sends her healing energy to Andrea Bat Marcy, Lou Ben Atug, Toby, Betty Bat Lillian, Dr. Matt, and Judy Bat Othella. Barbara sends her healing energy also to Rala, and Andy sends to Julian Ben Margaret. The suspect is still loose here in Atlanta, so I'm praying for the city. He was last seen at a baseball stadium nearby. So we're praying for the whole city of Atlanta and all of those who are living under the threat of violence anywhere in the world, but specifically from gun violence, as Ellen said. So thank you, Andy, for bringing that to our attention. Let me look over here on the Zoom. We're back on the Zoom. I have 3 new text messages. Is any of that? No. Okay, that's all my personal stuff. Okay. So now we'll continue. We'll take all of that healing energy, all of that desire for healing. I'm thinking of you, Al, specifically because Al has to do a job that requires his knees all day, every day with driving. So I'm really praying that that injection goes well and that you are free from pain. So together we can say, Mishaberach avotenu v'imotenu, Avraham, Yitzhak v'Yakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel v'Leah, Yevarech et hacholim, kol shemot shenedaber, HaKadosh Baruch Hu yimnei rachamim aleihem lecham lecham l'rapotam u'lachazikam u'yishlach lehem minhera refuah shlema min hashamayim refuat hanefesh refuat haguf hashta ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. We can say in Hebrew up here, Ana el na refa na la. Amen. All of that healing energy out into the world. Hopefully it will find its way into the hearts and the bodies of those who need it the most. Continue now with Oseh Shalom. Does anyone feel particularly singing? Yeah, I thought so, Dana. Would you like to sing Oseh Shalom for us?
Oseh Shalom bimromav,
Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol
Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Ya'akol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, ve'al kol Yisrael.
Amen. That ended up being a beautiful duet between Ellen and Dana, and I really liked it. That worked.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Real.
it's good. It's very
Thank
good.
you.
It worked out. And now, before we do the Aleinu,
Can I tell a little story just about Oseh Shalom?
Absolutely, Rabbi. Let me just back.
A little over half a century ago, I was a teenager and going to Tel Yehuda, which was Young Judea Hadassah Youth, Zionist Youth Camp. And our avodah, our work was, my particular work was cleaning the director's quarters. And a young man was there helping, Israeli man. His name was Uri. And you don't hear that name quite as often as you do like Yuri. And anyway, Uri taught me this Oseh Shalom. It was kind of a new thing then. And then they started doing it in all the synagogues, but it was a new thing. And so I always remember sitting on the grass and Uri teaching me this song 1,000,000 years ago. So I always think of him. I don't know what happened. He was going into the military right then. I pray that he's got grandchildren and is flourishing somewhere. But I always think of him when it comes to this time of the service. So I wanted to share that.
they're going to stop because that is such a beautiful story. I really appreciate
Absolutely.
that you reminded us of that person who helped you become who you are, and that gratitude moment for Uri, all the Uris out there who share their love, who keep us going as a people, and then go in the military and defend the Jewish state. So, you know, it's a big, beautiful world we are in, full of people like Uri, and who teach people who end up being rabbis in Japan. So it's a wonderful thing. Now we can continue to count the Omer. Here we go. So we're counting the Omer, just for those who are new to this. It's the days in between Pesach and Simchat Torah, when we receive the Torah. And we're counting the days. It's 49 days in total. And right now we have gotten to exactly 3 weeks. So together we can say in Hebrew, Baruch Atah Adonai
Adonai,
Eloheinu
Elohim,
Melech Haolam
Haolam,
Asher
Asher
Kitshanu
Kitshanu,
Mitzvotav
Mitzvotav,
Yitzivanu
Yitzivanu,
Al Sefirat
Sefirat,
Omer.
HaOmer,
Specifically today, Hayom Shmona
Shmona,
Ve'esrim
Esrim,
Yom
Yom,
Shehem
Shem,
Arba'a
Ravah,
Shavuot
Shavuot,
LaOmer,
LaOmer.
which means what, Ellen Rose?
4 weeks.
Yes, today
The
is
28 is the 12 days.
Yes,
The 4
exactly. Today is
weeks.
28 days, which is 4 weeks of the Omer. Mazel
For
tov,
tonight,
everybody. Yes.
3 more weeks from tonight is Shavuot.
Yes. Shavuot. Sorry, not Simchat Torah. Shavuot. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So now we have the Aleinu. Please rise in body and spirit for the Aleinu, everybody. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol latet gedulat liotzer breshit shelo asanu kikoye haratzon velo samanu mishpachot hadama shelo sam chelkenu kahem v'gor aleinu kekol hamonam ve'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim Lifnei Melech Malchei Hamlachim Hakadosh Baruch Hu V'ne'emar V'haya Adonai L'melech al kol haaretz Bayom hahu Yehiyeh Adonai echad U'shemo echad Kaddish Shalem Yikral v'yikra shemei rabba, v'yamad yivrachiyute, v'yamlich malchute, b'chayechon v'yomechon, v'chayedechol beit Yisrael, ba'agalav yizman karivim eru. Amen.
Yeah.
Yehi shmei
Yesh
rabba
Rabba
me'olam
Me'olam
me'olamaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudsha.
Beautiful.
Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran b'yalma v'imeru.
Amen.
Yehi shlama rabba min shemayim v'chaim aleinu v'el kol Yisrael v'imeru.
Amen.
Oh, say shalom b'mamav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'el kol Yisrael v'imeru.
Amen.
Amen.
We're sending our healing energy specifically out to Medinat Yisrael, kol ha-Medinat Yisrael, kol choshvei Medinat Yisrael, hu yivarech et ha-cholim, yivarech et kol ha-Medinat Yisrael, please. Sending our healing energy out to the entire state. Now it's time for the Mourner's Kaddish, where we name those who are no longer with us physically, but always with us spiritually. Claire Krasenstein. Steen. Thank you. Claire Krasenstein is the sister of Barbara, and we are remembering her right now. If you would like to say the names on Zoom or write the names in the chat, I'm happy to say them for you of anyone you are remembering at this moment. If you want to raise your hand in the Zoom so I can see. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I meant to stop the share. Dana in New Jersey, yes.
God, Manus God.
Amen. Thinking of them, remembering them. Thank you, Dana. Ellen in New York.
Thank you. All those who have nobody to say Kaddish for them. And I had to interrupt, but I have another class. So I wish you all Shavua Tov and Todah Rabbah, rabbis.
Shavua Tov, Ellen. Almost Shabbat
Okay.
Shalom.
Yes.
Ellen Friedman.
Yes, my grandparents, Rose and Art Mandelas, who I love so much.
Wow. I'm grateful for your grandparents, Ellen, and I'm remembering them with you.
Thank you.
Rabbi Sherry Joy.
Yes, my brother Alan Stephen Berman. It's not his yard site, but I'm thinking of my father, Erwin Isaac Berman, double Yitzchak Itzik ben Avraham Halevi. And my father would have been 90 on May 11th, so I've been thinking about him a lot lately.
Amen. Remembering your loved ones, Rabbi. Let me see. Anyone else want to raise their hand on the Zoom? So I know Marvin. Yes.
My father, Joseph Gruber, Rebecca Hill, Larry Silberg.
Amen. Remembering them. Thank you, Marvin. Anyone else on the Zoom want to raise your hand and say the names of your loved ones? Yes, Sharon.
My dad, Ephraim Ben Usher, David Reyna, my grandfather, Harry Goldstein, and all victims of violence and gun violence, and all who have no one to say Kaddish for them.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. I see that you wrote that in the chat as well. Sephora writes Brownie, Ernest, and Mary Hines, Kevin Hines, and Ernestine Hines. All the love to those who love you, Sephora. We remember them. Sharon Jaffe also adds, all who have no one to say Kaddish for them, all victims of violence. Absolutely. And now we go to the Facebook and we see Benjamin Ben Rachel from Barbara Kirsch. We're remembering dear Benjamin. Thank you, Barbara Kirsch, for bringing that memory here so that we can all share in the memory. And looks like it's time to move on to the actual prayer. Rabbi Sherry, would you like to lead us in that? I'll get it up on the screen.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ביעלמא דברה חיותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה בזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולא מעלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום בעלמיו, הוא יעשה שלום, עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן.
Amen. Thank you for coming to services tonight. Everyone here, everyone who's watching the recording, the love that we're sharing right now is very, very important in such an unsure world at times. And here we're all very certain of our unity and of what matters and what connects us. And so I really appreciate everyone here. I want to say Erev Tov, sleep well. Tomorrow night,
you, Rabbi.
Thank you, Rabbi Sherry. Tomorrow night, Rabbi Ruthie will be leading services. And then on Friday night, we have normal Shabbat with Rabbi Steve and all of us at Sim Shalom. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you again. Thank you for our friends and family on Facebook and YouTube for being patient with me today as I was, I think, 7 minutes into the hour before I pressed the link. Thank you for staying here and waiting for me. I really, really appreciate it. So with a big hug, I'm going to say Erev Tov. Good night, everybody. Bye. Shavua Tov, everyone.
Toda rabah.
Toda lach. Thank you, Sharon. Good night. Good night, Dana.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Ellen.
Good night. Litrot.
Litrot.
Bravo.
Laila Tov. Laila Tov, Rudolph. Get some sleep. Rudolph's always up in the middle of the night. Have you noticed? No one's asked why, but we appreciate it. Thank you, Rudolph. Laila Tov to Mark and Barbara.
So
Mark, I've noticed that your kippah matches your hoodie.
always. Oh,
Very, very cool.
Yes, I have a variety. Every color in the rainbow.
It's wonderful.
Oh, good.
It brightens my day to see it. So thank you for that. And you know, you and Marvin look like you're walking in the same fashion show today. This blue thing. with,
It's the color of the year.
it is. It's a great color. And it's the color of Al's hat too.
Well, look at your blue shirt.
And my blue shirt. Look at all this.
Yeah.
We got a lot of blue.
Wearing brown trousers.
Brown
Uh-oh.
trousers. Yes. Well,
Oh, okay.
we haven't gotten to the bottom half of the fashion show. This is a Zoom fashion show. So okay. Good night, everybody. Good night, Al. Good night, Reba.
All right.
Shalom, everyone.
Rabbi.
Night.
Shalom.
Erev Tov.
Erev Tov.